Good afternoon, Shilpi here, and I'm going to take a lesson which is applicable both to the 9th and the 10th standard. So this is a common lesson which is for the 9th and the 10th. I'm going to teach you this lesson today. It's a very, very interesting one, and the title is Chief Seattle's Speech. Now this Chief Seattle speech is all about a Native American. A Native American who was born in the 1718. In 1718, he was a young leader and a warrior, Chief Seattle. He was born in 1780 and he was a young leader, and he was born near Blake Island. Blake Island was very close to present-day Washington, D.C. He was widely known for ambushing and defeating rival groups of tribal enemies, and also raiders that came. All the raiders that came, he used to fight and defeat them. And he went up, all the raiders that came from Green River. These raiders, they came to raid Blake Island, and so he used to fight amongst them. Right in the foothills, and he was attaching to the Chimakum and the Salakaran tribes, living in the Olympic Peninsula. Now this story is how he owned slaves that were captured during his raids, and he owned them. All the slaves that he captured during the raid, he owned them. They were all his. He was tall, broad-shouldered, and he was a South native, standing nearly 6 foot tall. He was nearly 6 foot tall in height. And the Hudson Bay Company traders gave him a nickname, and they called him Lacrosse. And that was the big guy. So the Hudson Bay Company traders called him in the 1780s, they called him Lacrosse. Now Lacrosse means the big guy. So he was also known as an orator, and he addressed his audience. His voice was loud and bold, and he was very, very accurate. So Chief Seattle, he belonged to the Squamish tribe. It was a Native American tribe, and they were called Squamish. We people very, in slang language, we call them Red Indians, but they are not Red Indians. They are tribe people, and they are Native Americans. Okay, so he belonged to the Squamish tribe, and he delivered this speech in Washington. He delivered this speech in Washington in 1854, and in this speech he pursued the path of accommodation of the white settlers. Now there was always a war going on between the white settlers and the red settlers. So these were called, the Native Americans were called the red settlers, and the Americans were called the white settlers, and they always had this distinction between themselves. So the white settlers in the US state of Washington, in his speech he contained an argument, and his argument was in favor of ecological responsibility, respect for the Native American land. He talks about his ancestors. He recollects the hostilities that existed between the white and the tribal people. They used to have massive fights between the white and the tribal people. They never lived in harmony. So it was the whites wanted to take up the lands of the Native Americans. The Native Americans wouldn't give over their land, and so they used to have terrible fights. They were very fierce warriors. He recollects the hostilities that existed between the white and his tribal people, which were called the Red Children. Now he thinks that his old tribal people will never like to resume the old hostilities. Now these old hostilities will protect them. He realizes that the white man and the red man child cannot get along, and they are two complete different kinds of people, distinct races, two complete distinct races. They don't get along with each other. And the white man at one point of time asked the Native American, that's a red man, for land. So he puts up his argument in a speech, and he tells the white people why he should give the land, and first that he should take permission of his people, because he being the head of the tribe, he has to take permission of his people, and he says that we have nothing in common, and I know that if I give my land, all his ancestors were buried on that land, far and wide, and these people, they prayed, they had no gods, they did not believe in any god, they did not believe in the sun and the moon and anyone, they believed in their ancestors, the dead. So you see, they used to worship the dead, and they used to go for enlightenment. So they would dance around in the graveyards where the body is buried. They would dance around the body of that particular person and ask for enlightenment from their forefathers. And while they danced and they sang around it, they would get enlightened, and then they would feel they have to do certain things. So this was common in them. In his speech, he makes reference to the preposition that he received from the white man. He received a preposition from the white man, and he hoped that his people would react favorably to the preposition and accept it. But he puts a few conditions. He puts a few conditions before the white man. First of all, he wants his people to have freedom. That is one condition. He wants his people to have freedom to visit the tombs of their ancestors, their friends, their children, at any time. He opines that the deserted streets at night, because the Native Americans, they believe that in the night, dead of night, the bodies, their ancestors that died, would walk the streets. They would walk the streets, and they would meet them and guide them and show them how to live, and if they had any problems, would solve their problems. So he says that the deserted streets at night would be thronged with the returning host that would fill them and would love their beautiful land. Now, Chief Seattle, I'll just tell you a bit more about Chief Seattle. Chief Seattle belonged to a Squamish tribe. He delivered this speech in 1854, as I said earlier on. This speech was delivered in 1854, and his name, he was reputed as, and he was a very prominent figure among his tribal people. In his impressive speech, he pursued the path of accommodation. In his speech, he pursued the path of accommodation to the white settlers in the US and in the state of Washington. And in his speech, he also gave a powerful argument in favor of the ecological responsibility and respect of Native Americans in the land and their land rights. He thanks the white chief for acknowledging his greetings of friendship and goodwill. He also says that the white chief, he wishes to buy their land, but he also says that he is willing to give the land. He is willing to give the land the liberty of them to live comfortably. But he says he wants the white people to give them the liberty to live comfortably. He calls it a gesture of generosity. He says that if I am giving you my land, the least you can do is be generous and give us permission to live in peace and in dignity, and also live comfortably. Not only that, but to visit the sites of our ancestors that are buried. So there is a lot of things, there is a lot of hostilities. The white man and the tribal people, there is a difference between the white man and the tribal people. There is a religion of the white man and the religion of the tribal people. And finally, it comes down to a very paradigmatic situation where he just tells them that yes, you can have the land, you can do what you want, but I need a few things that I must have. And those were the decisions that he puts down. Now, I'm going to read from the authentic text. This is a text from 1854, and this is what Chief Seattle says. So you have to be very careful. You have to read this lesson not once, not twice, but I think you have to read it twice to really get the gist of the lesson. Without this reading this lesson, you will not understand it. So yonder sky that has swept tears of compassion upon my people for centuries untold. So he says the yonder sky, that here he's talking about the sky, and he says the sky has wept tears of compassion. So when it rains, he calls the rain tears of compassion upon the people. These tears of compassion, and the rain falls, it is kind of compassion that is falling on his people for centuries untold. It has been going on for centuries and centuries, and which to us appears changeless and eternal. This kind of compassion and the tears that flow down from the sky is changeless, and it is unending, it is eternal. That it's not going to end, it may not change, and it is totally eternal. Today is fair. So he says today it's a bright day. Fair over here is described to be kind of weather. So he says today is fair. That means today it's a bright day. Tomorrow it may be overcast with clouds. So he says today is a fair day, but tomorrow it may be overcast with clouds. My words are like the stars that never change. He says what I say is positive. When I say something, that thing is going to take place. My words will not change. They will not change like the stars in the sky. And what I say goes without a doubt. Nobody can change what I say. So he says, whatever I say, the great my words, he says, are like stars that never change. So whatever Seattle says, the great chief at Washington can rely upon. So he says that whatever I say and whatever I do, the great chief, that means the great chief at Washington. So who is the great chief referred to here at Washington? It is the white man. He says the great chief in Washington can rely upon it. And with much certainty as he can upon the return of the sun or the seasons. So he says, my word is like, my word given is such that how we wait for the return of the sun and the seasons. So he says, my word is like that way. Once I've given it, it will be there forever and ever, for eternity, like the sun and the seasons. The white chief says that the big chief at Washington sends us greetings of friendship and goodwill. So the white chief, there is a white man who comes to the Native American. They come to the tribe people. There is a white man who is sent, he's a messenger. He's sent by the big white chief from Washington. So this white man says, so Chief Seattle says that the white chief says that the big chief at Washington sends us greetings, that he's come with greetings of friendship and goodwill. This is kind of him, for we know he has little need of our friendship in return. Here is the fun in the story. See how Seattle knows. He says that it's very kind of him to give him our greetings, to give us greetings and of friendship and goodwill. He says, but I feel, what does he want in return? We have nothing to give him, nothing that we can give him in return. So what is it that he needs to be given in return? So this is what the answer is. He says that there's nothing in the goodwill, and this is kind of him, and he says that we know that he can't have anything in return of our friendship. His people are many. So here Seattle says that his people are many and we are very few. It so happened that the Native Americans, they diminished and diminished over the years, and there are very few of them that are left. So he says his people are many and they are like the grass that covers the vast prairies. So here he is referring to the white people like grass. It's referring to the white people like grass that covers the prairies. And he says that means there are so many white people. And he says, my people are few. And how does he describe his few people? He says that they are like the grass that covers vast prairies are the white people. But my people are few and they resemble the scattering trees. They resemble a few scattering trees. These scattering trees that they resemble of a storm-swept plain. So when a storm sweeps a plain, then trees fall down, and then very far and wide you come across one tree here and one tree there. And that is the difference. That he says that my people are like trees that are scattered far and wide after a storm. He says, my people resemble the scattering trees of a storm-swept plain. The great and I presume Good white chief sends us word that he wishes to buy our land, but is willing to allow us to live comfortably. So he says, I have got word, he says, that I presume, he says, that the good white chief, he sends us his word that he wishes to buy our land and also is willing to allow us to live comfortably. So this indeed appears just, even generous. For the red man no longer has the rights he needed and respect, and the offer may be wise. Also, as we are no longer in need of any extensive country. So he says, since we tribe people, since my tribe is diminished and it's turning smaller and smaller, we don't need such vast amount of land. So if he's wanting our land, if the white man wants our land, the least he can do is to allow us to live comfortably. There was a time when our people covered the land as the waves of a wind-ruffled sea cover its well-paved floor. So he says, once upon a time, he says, I was proud to know that the amount of people, the amount of tribe people that were there on this land, he says they were like the waves. He describes them, he personifies the people and gives them the personification, the waves. He gives them a personification of a wind-ruffled sea. So he says, it is like a wind-ruffled sea that lay at the bottom of the sea, he says, and covers its well-paved floor. So he says the floor of the sea is covered with water and strong waves. The same way my land was covered with my tribe people at one point of time. But in the mournful memory of his great tribe, he remembers, I will not dwell, nor will mourn, he says. So he says, I will not dwell, nor will I mourn. Dwelling and mourning is not for me. Our untimely decay, that means our untimely decay. Decay means death. Our untimely decay, nor reproach my pale-faced brothers with hastening it, as we too may have been somewhat to blame. So he says the untimely decay of my pale-faced brothers. Pale-faced brothers here is referred to the native red Indians. They were also called pale-faced. They were known as red Indians, they were known as pale-faced. So the Squamish, especially the Squamish tribe. So he says that it is not mine, it is not the fault of the white man. He says, I cannot reproach. Reproach means I cannot grumble, I cannot blame anybody, I cannot do anything about my pale-faced brothers that died. It was the hastening, it was what they did, and it was too many, as we too may have. So here he says that it was because we may have been somewhat to blame, because the war between the white and the red Indians, he was very strong. So he says it's not only the white to be blamed, it is us people also, we too are to be blamed. So he says the red Indian youth is very impulsive, and when our young men grow angry at some weird or imaginary wrong and disfigure their faces with black paint, it is known that the young red Indian tribes, when they are normal, they just walk normally. But when they are going to war, or when they are angry and they've got hatred in them and they want to take revenge, and when they go to war, they paint their face black. They put black paint on their face, and that is a sign to show that they are going to war. And they would ride and they would scream and they would gallop onto their horses and they would go. They would disfigure their faces with black paint. It denotes that their hearts were black at that point of time. And that the only thing on their mind at that point of time was that they were often cruel and relentless. They were very cruel. When anger betook them, they turned cruel, they turned relentless. And even when an old man or an old woman, they told them not to go forward and to fight the war, they were totally unable to restrain them. They were not allowed, they weren't able to hold them back and stop them from going and fighting the war. And thus, that was the result. The fighting that they used to do was the result of many young red Indians, Native Americans who died. And they they died at a young, early age. And that is why slowly, slowly, the tribe started diminishing. And thus it has ever been. Thus it was when the white man began to push our forefathers ever westward. So this fight began when the white man started encroaching on the Native American land, and they pushed and pushed and pushed and pushed the Native Americans westward. And every time they started encroaching the Native American young Red Indians, they would paint their face and they would give the war cry, and they would get onto their horses and they would go and fight the white people. And many of them would return dead. So they would lose many of their young children. We would have everything to lose and nothing to gain. He said with all these hostilities between the white man and between the red man, he says we had everything to lose. They had everything to lose because they didn't have guns. They had no guns at that point of time. And he said that revenge by the young man was considered a gain, even at the cost of their own life. So the Red Indians thought that even revenge, for them revenge meant that even if they had to give up their own life and die while fighting, they were proud of it. And they thought that revenge was only gain, and even at the cost of their young lives. But old men who stay at home in times of war and mothers who have sons to lose, they know better. Old people who have been through all this and who have seen all this war and fights and all that, they know better that there is nothing to gain. But the young people who are very fierce and they know how to contain their anger, these young Red Indians, they were the ones who didn't realize that revenge was nothing. Revenge only led to death. So he said, our good fathers in Washington, for I presume he is now our father. So here you can see that Seattle very well puts it. He puts it in such a way that he calls the white man the good father in Washington. And he very aptly says that I presume that he is now our father as well as yours. So he says, I hope that the white man who has sent us a message of friendship is our father now as well as your father. Since King George has moved his boundaries further north, our great and good father, I say, sends us word. So King George had moved his boundaries further north and he took over the land of the Red Indians. So he says that our great father and the good father, he calls his great ancestors great father, and he calls King George Washington, King George, he calls good father. And he says that these people were the ones who sent word that if we do as he desires, he will protect us. So he says the good father in Washington has sent word that if we do what he desires, he will protect us. His brave warriors will be to us a bristling wall of strength. So he says his warriors will be nothing, they won't fight with us, but they will be a wall of strength for us. And his wonderful ships of war will fill our harbors. So he says that the white people's ship will fill all our harbors, so that our ancient enemies far to the northward. So whatever ancient enemies they had towards the north, that is the Haidas and the Tishimishans. The Haidas and the Tishimishans were the enemies of the Native American. They were staunch enemies. They did not like the Squamish people. So they were the enemies. So the Haidas tribe and the Tishimishans were the greatest enemies of the Red Indians, of the Squamish tribe. So he felt that if the white people came over and took over the land, their soldiers would not harm his people, but they would be a strong wall to fight against the two tribes that were after their people. The two tribes were the Haidas and the Tishimishans. Well, their fight would cease. The fight between the Tishimishans and the Squamish people and the Hildas, this fight would come to an end when they saw the white people guarding their the Native Americans' land. He says this will cease to frighten our women and children. So he says our women and children will also not be frightened anymore, or will not live in fright. And also the old men. This will cease to frighten our women and children and old men. Then in reality, he will be our father and we his children. So he says, then only I think that at that point of time will be the reality when he, the white king in Washington, will be our father and we will be called his children. The only reality will take place at that point of time is when he regards the red Indians as his children. So here he says, your God is not our God. So here he also points out to the white man. He says, your God is not our God. Your God loves your people and hates mine. So he says, your God is such a God, he loves your people but he hates my people. Here he's referring to the white man and he says that your God is your God and he loves your people but he hates mine. He folds his strong protecting arms lovingly about the pale face and leads him by the hand as a father leads an infant son. So he says that your gods don't do that. He says our gods hold. He says our gods love our people. And he says they lovingly hold the pale face and leads him by the hand as the father leads an infant son. So he says our gods lovingly hold the people, our fathers. They don't have gods. The red Indians never had gods. They believed in ancestors, their dead ancestors were their gods. So he says that they would come and they would hold our hands and lead us like loving people and like a father leads an infant son. So he says that he's forsaken his red children. He says, but he says it's been a long time that the God has forsaken the red children. He says, if they really are his. He says, our God, the great spirit, God, the white people call their gods God, but the red Indians call their gods spirits. They do not have gods, they call upon their ancestors, the spirits of their ancestors, their dead ancestors, and they call upon them. So here we will talk about the gods and the spirits of the white and the dead Native Americans. So I'll end this lesson over here. So I will kindly request you to please read page 42 and 43 of your lesson and you will get a clear idea about this. So basically it just tells us that Seattle gets a message from the great white chief in Washington asking him to give up some of his land, and in view of giving up his land, Seattle says that he wants his people to be looked after and to be given some kind of surety that his people will be safe. And another surety he asked for is that he wanted his people to be given the permission to go back any time on the land that is given to the white people, the red Indian land that is given to the white people. He wants the white people to assure him that the red Indians can go back any time to visit their dead that are buried on the land that is given to the white people. So this is part of your lesson. I will continue it in my next period. I will take over and I will complete this lesson. But I want you to read page 42 and 43 of your treasure trove book and read the lesson.